Hello, my name is Dorina Roșca and I am Associate Professor at the American University of Moldova. Welcome to this course of Introduction in Business and Management that uses VR technology. The course is structured around 10 topics that will teach you introductory elements in this discipline. Today, we will examine what management is about, how it developed itself as a coherent theoretical body, and who are its main representatives. Here we go! So, what is management? Management is a fundamental institution in the modern world marked by scientific progress and technological innovations. There are many definitions capturing the multifaced aspects of management, but all can be regrouped into two categories. One sharing the idea that management is an art, and another that defines management by its functions within the organization. For instance, Marie Parker Follett defines management as the art of getting things done through people, drawing attention to the fundamental difference between managers and employees. Harold Kuntz sees management as the art of getting things done through and within a formally organized group. Also, French theorist Henri Fayol considers management as the act of forecasting, planning, organizing, coordinating, and controlling its functions. Ralph Davis considers management as the function of executive leadership anywhere. Finally, Peter Drucker defines management as an organ, and organs can only be defined through their functions. Thus, the different definitions of management imply that it is a complex notion encompassing the elements of art, function, leadership, planning, organization, and teamwork. Since you know that management is also defined by its functions, in what follows, I would like to examine French theorist Henri Fayol's typology that has been most widely applied in management science. According to Fayol, there are 5 functions characterizing managerial work. Planning is the hardest function, involving careful consideration of time, resources, and, of course, staffing. Organizing requires excellent leadership and assignment of tasks, as well as ensuring the availability of materials and, of course, of staff. Commanding improves employee performance by providing a clear set of instructions. Coordinating requires good communication, discipline, and teamwork. And finally, controlling ensures that all activities go to plan. Like functions, the activities of management have been classified in various ways which can be merged into 3 main categories. Informational activities involving two-way flows of information between managers and the employees. decisional activities involving decision-making on every managerial level, interpersonal activities related to boosting employee motivation using incentives like bonuses. All those activities are interrelated and work well within a well-designed organizational system of subordination. Management has been practiced since the dawn of civilization. Its techniques involved with large-scope projects, the Egyptian pyramids, the Great Wall of China, or certain military operations. But in the modern history of management, two factors played particularly important roles in advancing the discipline. The first one is Adam Smith's work, Wealth of Nations, and the second, the Industrial Revolution. In his Wealth of Nations, published in 1776, Scottish economist Adam Smith outlined the economic advantage that organizations and society can gain from the division of labor. Using the pin manufacturing industry as an example, Smith noted that 10 individuals, each doing a specialized task, could produce about 4,800 pins daily. However, if each person worked separately and had to perform each task, it would be quite an accomplishment to produce even 10 pins a day. Smith concluded that division of labor increased productivity. In the same time, the Industrial Revolution, that means the transition from an agrarian economy to new manufacturing process in the 18th, 19th centuries, had another major contribution: the substitution of machine power to human power. The process led to more economical ways to manufacture goods in factories. The advent of machine power, mass production, reduced transportation costs following a rapid expansion of railroads, and the lack of governmental regulation also fostered the development of big organizations. All those aspects precipitated the need for the development of a formal theory guiding managers in running their organizations. It is therefore in those circumstances that the classical school was born. There were two: the scientific management school and the organizational school. The scientific management school applied scientific methods to the management problem using systematic observation, experiments, or reasoning. One of its prominent theorists was Frederick Taylor, an American mechanical engineer known as the father of scientific management. He built his idea about management on his experience with several companies. This helped him develop 4 principles of scientific management. Use only scientific methods to work on tasks. Train and develop each employee. Providing instructions and supervision for each worker on each task. And finally, divide responsibility for the work based on scientific management and planning principles. Another prominent scientific school theorist was American mechanical engineer and consultant Henry Gantt. He worked with Taylor and applied Taylor's management principles in order to increase workers' efficiency. This led him to develop the well-known Gantt chart, a graphic representation on the flow of work and time required to complete a given task. Gantt also divided an incentive system that gave workers a bonus for completing their job in less time than the allowed standards. His bonus systems were similar to the modern gain-sharing techniques, whereby employees are motivated to higher performance level by the potential of sharing generated profit. Well, the Organizational School of Management, which focuses on the organizational process within the company, is associated with the names of Henri Fayol, Max Weber, and Herbert Simon. Henri Fayol was the first to envisage a functional process approach to the practice of management. This led to the formulation of 6 main types of managerial tasks: technical, commercial, financial, security, accounting, and managerial. All those types of tasks exist in all organizations and are meant to achieve production goals by developing a clear course of action, mobilizing employees, and monitoring performance. German sociologist Max Weber developed a theory of authority structures and described the associated organizational activities. He theorized an ideal type of organization that he called a bureaucracy. The main elements of a bureaucracy, as seen by Weber, are the division of labor in a hierarchy of authority, the promotion of personnel according to qualification and experience, the production of record keeping in all administrative acts, the separation of management from organizational ownership, and the equal application of impersonal rules to all employees. Weber's theory became the model structural design for many of today's large organizations. Finally, American political scientist and Nobel laureate in economics Herbert Simon criticized classical management principles, calling them myths due to their ambiguous and contradictory nature. Simon characterized the manager as an administrative man instead of an economic man. The latter has as its principal attribute the rational choice principle, while bounded rationality, which means bounded cognition, bounded access to information, etc., describes the administrative man. Simon saw the decision-making process as selecting the best alternative in the bounded rationality framework, resulting in the best preferred consequences. The School of Behavioral Management Theory recognizes the importance of human behavior in organizations. Early proponent Elton Mayo studied the factors that cause a change in human behavior. He discovered that workers singled out for special attention tend to improve their performance and restrict their output in order to avoid the displeasure of the group. Moreover, a combination of factors like considerate supervision, giving autonomy to the workers, allowing the formation of small cohesive groups, and improving the cooperation between workers and management all lead to an increase in productivity. Humanistic psychologist Abraham Maslow developed a behaviorist model of understanding human needs. He proposed a hierarchy of 5 needs where each level has to be satisfied in order to reach the highest level. Physiological needs are at the bottom of the pyramid and refer to satisfying basic physiological functions like hunger or sexual desires. The next level includes the need for safety, shelter, job security, and personal protection. Love and belonging needs follow, referring to the existence of friendship and family. The next level includes esteem needs such as self-esteem and appreciation from the others. The pyramid is topped by self-actualization, ultimate achievement of personal goals, creativity, spontaneity, and acceptance of circumstances out of personal control. Maslow's theory is operationalized through two principles. The deficit principle, stating a relatively well-satisfied need is not a strong motivator of behavior, and the progression principle, stating that once a need is fairly well satisfied, behavior is dominated by the next level in the need hierarchy. Those principles are extremely useful in people management in organizations. Douglas McGregor, a student of Maslow's, developed Theory X and Theory Y, motivational theory aimed at understanding how managers' assumptions affect their managing style. He compared two different management styles. Theory X style is based on the assumption that people have little ambition, dislike work, and seek to avoid responsibility, an approach considered to be pessimistic and counterproductive. On the contrary, Theory Y refers to a more optimistic human management style based on the assumption that people can exercise self-direction, accept responsibility, and consider work to be as natural as rest or play. McGregor's Theory Y has become highly influential in guiding management practice and capturing the true nature of workers in organizations. The quantitative school developed in the 1940s, 1960s with revolutionary change in the application of information technology, the application of statistics in decision-making, and the evolution of mathematical econometric models nurtured by computer technology. This approach is based on the assumption that mathematical techniques can help managers solve problems. Several sub-schools are associated with the quantitative school, namely the Production and Operation Management School, the System School, and the Contingency School. All those sub-schools contributed to the development of contemporary schools of management, such as Total Quality Management and Learning Organization. Since you've done a good job so far, I have a bonus for you. I would like to briefly mention how the issue of women in management was treated during the 20th century by a journal as well as known as Harvard Business Review, HBR. In 1935, HBR published the first article acknowledging women as part of the labor without mentioning their managing skills. In 1953, a breakthrough female-authored article, Opportunities for Women at the Level, describes women graduates' experiences in the business world. In the 1960s, this paradigm began to change, and Betty Friedan's 1963 article, The Feminine Mystique, brought women's disillusionment with idealized domesticity into mainstream political discourse. The real change came with the adoption of the 1972 Equal Employment Opportunity Act and the 1973 decision by AT&T, the US largest private employer, to pay millions in wages to women in improved recruitment and managing practices. In 1978, HBR published the first article on sexual harassment at work, engaging 500 readers to comment on how to manage a harassment situation in the workplace. In the 1990s, a more inclusive discourse on female leadership develops. In 2006, an HBR survey revealed that women still occupied less than 20% of corporate office positions in Fortune 500 companies. Last but not least, the 2021 article, How to Close the Gender Gap, confirmed that women continue to be routinely disadvantaged in all aspects of people management. With that, our lesson is over. I hope you enjoyed it and will keep watching this course. So, see you in the next VR episode.